again, when we come here, we see the crisis that men are having right now in terms of leadership. You see, men naturally are leaders, and everyone who sees a man expects him to be a leader. But unfortunately, a few good men that have got good values have not offered themselves to give a hand. Actually, it's like a blame game. Everyone is blaming the young people. Everyone is blaming the young people. And these young people you see today will not remain young forever. Because I think it is Miles Muno who said it, that God hides men in young boys. These small people you see, they need your hand. They need your guidance. They need your counsel. And it doesn't even stop only with young people. You realize that many times, men of worth, men of dignity, have been called upon to stand in positions, in key positions of leadership. And they have shunned leadership. They have turned it away. Maybe they are saying, we are so busy with our personal stuff. And that relates so well with the story of the bramble bush in Judges. Judges, you remember that was a time of Gideon. And Gideon died after he had led Israel for I think over 40 years. And he died. When he died, he left behind a crisis. It was a real masculinity crisis because one of his sons murdered his 70 sons on one day. And during that time, the crisis time, the people appointed him as a king. And what he did to emphasize and enforce his kingdom was to kill his brothers. But there was one brother who was left. He was called Jotham. So Jotham stood at a safe distance and he called out the story, which we call the story of the bramble bush. Hope you guys like stories, because stories really carry the message home. So he calls out the story of the bramble bush, and he refers to trees as characters that were looking for a leader. And first the trees approached the olive tree, and the olive tree said, "No, I cannot be king over you. I have my own duties." Then they went to the fig tree, and the fig tree said, "No way, I'm too busy." And then they went to the grapevine, and the grapevine said, "No way." Then finally, for lack of choice and lack of how, they went to the bramble tree or bramble bush. That is a tree full of thorns and everything. And the bramble tree said, "Yeah, I can be your president. I can be your king. But under my own terms, and you all have to bow before me." And he was so arrogant that he set very harsh conditions for the people he was supposed to lead, or his subjects. And Jotham interpreted that story saying that you have rejected the right kind of people who should have led you, and now because the right kind of people who should have led you actually have rejected and have refused to take authority, you are going to be subject to the leadership of, the unworthy men. And the things that happened after that was not the best for Israel. And that is a lesson to us men, wherever we are. I know you are busy, I know you are doing that, but it's your responsibility to help the young man around you. Take him by the hand, mentor him, disciple him, involve him in your life. Let him see how you do life. And that is you sowing your seed into the next generation. And that can avert the masculinity crisis. Remember we said masculine, something to do with a man. Crisis meaning decisions have to be made, but which are very critical decisions. And most of these young men are coming to a point where they have to make decisions, but in a confused way, without hope, without knowing what to do. Can you give what you don't have? You can never give what you don't have. So it's the responsibility of the men out there to take the young men. If you have somebody you're working with, he's just starting. Don't expect him to be at your level. How long has it taken you to be where you are? Give him a chance. Help him. Let's have a birth canal for the young people to get into the system and work and learn how to do things. Boys learn from fathers. Boys learn from men. Boys see men do things and they copy. So if you are out there and you are doing stuff, are you doing the right stuff because somebody is copying you? Somebody is emulating what you're doing. Actually, Paul put it so well to Timothy. He said, imitate me as I imitate Christ. Imitate me as I imitate Christ. Would you say that to your son? Would you say that to your employees, the people who are working under you? You see, even let me say this to the men. You know, our duty as men is not even to possess women. I remember when I had just married my wife, I was so much into, and it was like I was like possessing her. But then as I grow in wisdom, I realized that actually my duty is protect her. Allow her to be free. Give her the freedom to do everything that she wants to do. And I've realized that it has given me a lot of mileage. And it has improved a lot in our relationship. And actually, it's not only my duty, it's my duty as a man to protect all the women around me, to make sure that they are safe. And women should feel safe in your presence as a man. And that will avert the masculinity crisis. Otherwise, when you hear how men are being labeled out there, men are either a problem or the cause of the problem. And that's the purpose of this discipleship program, that we are moving away from there. We are saying that manhood and Christ-likeness are synonymous. As a man finds himself in Christ, what we call private philosophy determines public performance. You know, what you are in private determines how you carry yourself in public. So every man, as we build on these characters, we need to build a prayer life. Every man must have a prayer life. Have time for reading the word. Enjoy the word. Let me tell you, there's nothing that is as interesting. Now I'm getting excited. There's nothing that is as interesting as a man finding joy in what he's doing. And that true joy can only come from finding your position in Christ. And that one is not just automatic. It calls for effort. Yesterday I was in the bank and I was asking one of the ladies, how are you managing? Said, with what? With the coronavirus? I said, with everything around. Says, yeah. And I said, of course, the situation also involves what you say. She said, we just need to have faith. I said, I don't have faith, it's hard work. Faith is not just, it's hard work. And I told her that you remember the two builders that Jesus talked about? One dug on a shifting foundation. That was simple work. But the one who dug on a firm foundation on the rock, the house was able to withstand the storm. What our government is doing now, what the leaders are telling us now, the professionals are telling us now, is preparation. And that's a lot of hard work. And we must comply, we must obey, because that's the only way we are going to avert the catastrophe that is coming. In fact, some people think, and especially you believers like me, that if you prepare, you don't have faith. But let me tell you, I've learned along the way, and with my wisdom along the way, I've learned that actually, when you prepare, when everybody else is panicking, you will not be panicking. You'll be operating with confidence. And when you prepare, it helps you to stay focused when everybody is panicking. And actually, I've learned that preparation is part of the winning strategy. If you want to win in life as a man and to avert the masculinity crisis, you must prepare. Be prepared in your life, because preparation is the foundation for success. And that's what exactly they are telling us. They are sending our children home. And as they send the children home, they have not sent them for holiday. They are sending them home from the concentration of many children. So don't let your children loiter on the village. Keep them indoors. They should keep at home. Don't let them move around, because then you will not have hope. This is not a holiday. It is a break to kind of avert the would-be crisis. And I think because of that, when anything like that happens, we'll be more prepared to handle. Preparations allows the professionals to plan well and handle. And the life of a man is also like that. That even as you manage and you maneuver through everything you're going through, you need to be prepared. Actually, I said it the other day, and I even say it again. I like that saying so much, that if you woke up without a goal, go back to sleep. Meaning what? That every man should go to bed knowing what he's going to do the following day. A man must have a planned life. Like the leaders take it upon themselves that we are responsible for these people. If anything happens, nobody will ever forgive us. So likewise, a man, wherever you are, you are supposed to carry that message. When you sit home, don't be so much on your phone. Be with your children. Tell them about everything that is happening around them. Actually, for us men, let's use this time to be home. Let's use this time to be present. We may have been absent fathers, that we've not been engaging our family, our children. Let's use this time that the children have been sent back home to catch up with these children. The other day I was talking to a marriage group, and I was telling them that, I miss those moments that I had with my children when they were young, because all of them now are in the universities and doing their studies. But I remember coming back with them home and do homework, they're sleeping, they're doing what, and then I would take them through Bible stories and do all sorts of things with them. And those are moments I can never play back, the man I can always make, but getting back that time will never come back. So let's maximize this time that we have our children in the home, and let's be the men that will lead our life in such a way that it will be operating from inside out. You remember, again, I love the Bible. When the Bible talks about Abraham and how he went about his life. Wherever Abraham went, he would pitch a tent, but he built altars. And altars would remain permanently, but tents, he would always break camp and he would move. And likewise, men should always pitch their personality, but build their character. Because character is permanent. So as we work on this masculinity crisis and finding a solution, that it is only measured, a man can only measure himself against Christ and find himself and the inner man in Christ. As you get to know Christ better and you identify with him and you make him Lord of your life, allow him to come in, let him take over, let him guide you day by day as you work and he works on your character, then you'll be able to be that kind of man that will be able to sail through the masculinity crisis and be a solution to the problems around you. So, thanks a lot, and God bless you, even as you take time to discuss the questions, to read through the questions, and post them on the forum for us all to have a class together that you can catch up. Stay blessed, stay well. God bless you.
Wow, what a teaching that was. I mean, where else can you get such a teaching? I'm very excited, and I believe you too are excited. And thank God for Mr. Ndaula for such divine wisdom, telling us about masculinity crisis. And trust me, even in our present day generation, situation critical about manhood, you must plan to do something. Prepare to overcome this crisis. I believe you've had some divine revelations from that teaching. And I believe from that teaching, you'll be able to share some points that you've picked out of that teaching. You'll also be able to share your questions on our platform, and we will be able to discuss and sharpen ourselves as men. Don't forget, as a man, this is a great teaching for you to share with other men out there in the world. And we are thankful to the Maxi-Man Show for giving us this platform to reach the men out there. I mean, how could we have reached you men for this interesting discipleship teaching? So go out there, check out our Facebook page, The Maxi-Man Show, and also check out our YouTube channel, The Maxi-Man Show. Like it and share. Ask your questions. Share what you've learned out of these teachings, and we shall be able to continue our discussions through that platform. God bless you. Until then, have a blessed time.